Hi guys, I'm here today with a really special page in my Pocket Page notebook. The lovely Essie Ruth Makes and Caylee Gray and I are all doing a little YouTube hop today. We are going to use this 12 by 12 sketch and each translate it into a page in our Pocket Page notebooks. Now we're doing this today because we love Pocket Page notebooks, and Michelle from the Stamp Spot is such an amazing person that we just want to spread the word about how great these notebooks are. So I am gonna rotate this sketch a little bit because I pulled a sticker off this page and it's ripped a little bit. So those strips of paper that go along the bottom of the sketch, I'm gonna put them up the left-hand side just to try to cover up that ripping and not waste a page in my notebook. So I have got exactly the 3 photos just like the sketch has, 2 smaller ones and 1 bigger one. So I'm going to put the bigger one on the right hand page, which is going to go into my pocket. So I've also trimmed off just a piece of white paper that I'm going to work on for that side, and then I can place that into the pocket, and my other 2 photos are going to go on the left. So pretty similar to the sketch really. I've also grabbed a couple of, I think they're messy kits. Are they messy kits? Is that what they're called? I grabbed them from the Studio Calico mega sale, and I picked these 2 out because I thought the colours in them went quite nicely with the colours in my photos. So now I'm actually looking a bit closer. I'm going to use this washi tape from one of them. I think that's really cute, even though it's green and I'm not really a green person. And also some of those little puffy stickers, but the rest of that kit probably not so much. And I think I'm only going to end up using 1 paper, I think. So I really like that sort of peachy coloured spotty paper. So I'm just starting by just cutting a wee strip of that, and that's something that's going to go on the left hand side. And I also want to do the wee fold over piece from the sketch, so I'm going to do that on the top of my insert that's going into the pocket page. So I've just trimmed off a slightly fatter strip of that same paper, and I'm gluing that onto the back right hand corner of my paper, not gluing all the way down, just a little bit, so that I can fold over the front of my white paper and it will show the peachy paper behind. So I've just stapled that flap down, and now I can work on my photo. So it's going to sit there, and I want to put some journaling underneath it, but I don't really want to just write my journaling onto the page. So I'm going to type it onto this vellum and then use my sewing machine to like stitch a border around the outside of it. Did have to have a couple of goes at the old typing. I kept making spelling mistakes, but eventually I got there. So I can just trim that down, and I really love the like extra texture that both the vellum and the stitching gives it. So I can just go ahead and glue these down now. So I'm just using a bit of tape runner on my photo, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of tape runner just on the back of the vellum underneath the typing, so it's not totally visible, and then just adding a little bit of stapling on here as well, except that I stapled that one horizontally and I really don't like the look of it, so I'm decided I'm going to pull it out. Hopefully it's not too much of a pain to pull out and it doesn't leave too many holes, but I like it just with the 1 staple. I didn't really like the horizontal one, so I think I can cover it up. I've got these puffy stickers to use, and I also went through my stash and found some little tiny word stickers. So the peachy ones don't quite match the colour of the paper, so I think I'll go with these darker grey ones. There's some little boxy shapes on the 12 by 12 sketch, so I think that sort of works in nicely. So I've just added one there, and I'll add one of these puffy stickers, I think, to cover up the wee hole marks from the staple. I'm also going to add one of them, well, a few of them at the top, just to make a cluster around that folded piece, and then that's that side of the insert all done. So I can just slip that in, although it does get caught on the staples and whatnot. Carefully slip that into the pocket, and that is that side all done, and so now I can just work on the left hand side. Gonna run the washi tape right against the edge of the page as soon as I get a piece off that isn't torn. I like really struggle with this one. So I love that stripe, and I actually, as much as I don't love green, I really like that colour. It is so fresh and springy, so I think it really goes with the photo. And before I stick the strip down, I want to add some of that same texture, so I'm just going to run that through my sewing machine a few times just to echo that texture that's on the right hand side. So I've done that, and I can just glue it down. I'm just using a bit of tape runner. That way you get the look of stitching without actually stitching through your pages, so I love that fakeness. And again, just to give it a bit more dimension, I'm just going to fold up the sort of edges, ruffle them up a little bit. And now I can work on my photos. So I've got 2 photos, and I can't decide whether I want to overlap them or have them directly above each other, or just how I want to put them on. So I know one of them is going to go down here, so I can literally just stick him down. But the other one I just faff about for ages before I finally just stick to the sketch and put it on top of the other one. I do add the little piece of vellum underneath it just to tie the 2 sides together again. So because Michelle from the Stamp Spot is such an amazing, generous person, she has given us a discount code for you to use on Pocket Page notebooks for yourself. So if you go to thestampspot.com.au and purchase any 1 or more Pocket Page notebooks and use the code PPNYT, you will receive a whopping $10 off your order. So if you're international, that pretty much takes care of your shipping charge. So I would really recommend heading over to the Stamp Spot and picking up probably more than one, because you'll regret it if you don't. I really love these notebooks, and I think you will too. So do head on over and grab one for yourself. I want to add another one of these little word stickers, and I pop it down here, which I really don't like. I still don't like it now seeing it on film, so you'll see me peel that back up later. And I want to do my title down the side here as well, but before I do that, I've just chopped apart one of the journaling cards that came in those kits just to get a little bit of this gold stripe. And I'm going to put my title underneath it, and I was wondering whether I was going to stamp it or handwrite it, but in the end I'm just going to go with some really tiny little stickers. So they are gold foil as well, so that just ties that gold foil piece in. It's not a huge title, but I sort of like the subtleness of it. And now I can add in just a few more of those puffy stickers to tie the 2 pages together. I'm going to add just a couple, sort of bigger one down the bottom here. Again, I want to sort of put it in a diagonal from the bottom left to the top right. But I'm slightly concerned now that I've got 4 sort of spots with these things, and here's where I really don't like this word sticker, so I'm going to try and peel it off. It comes off the paper all right, but it's sort of a little bit of it was stuck to my photo, so I kind of peel it off and then managed to scrape the residue off with my nail, so luckily it came off okay. And then I can just replace these stickers. I don't want 4 spots, I want 3, and I think, yeah, I'm going to cover this one up, and I think I'm going to add this one back up to the top by the title, and that gives me my triangle of 3, and this page is all done. Do head over to the Stamp Spot and grab yourself a Pocket Page notebook, and don't forget to check out Essie and Caylee's creations. I'll link them down below. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!